without deceit.
When through the flux of change the amoebic one hath journeyed half, yet half remains to run, the goddess, while wind curls the swelling deep, basks on the breezy shore in grateful sleep her oozy limbs. Emerging from the wave that runs swift around her rocky cave, frequent and full, the consecrated train of her whose azure body awes the main. Their wallowing warm the enormous herd exhales, and oily steam maintains the noontide gales. Do that recess commodious for surprise, when distant light shall next suffuse the skies, with me repair, and boldly from thy soul command it ego, super-ego at thy comrade band. Let their auxiliary force befriend the toil, for strong the goddess, perfected in guile, stretched on the shelly shore, she first surveys the flouncing herd ascending from the seas. The number summed, reposed in sleep profound, the scaly charge their marine mother surround. So with his battening flocks the careful queen abides pavilioned on the shoreline green. With powers united, obstinately bold, invade her couched amid the scaly fold. Instant she wears, elusive of the rape, the mimic force of every savage shape, or glides with liquid laps a murmuring stream, or wrapped in flame she glows at every limb. Yet still retentive, with redoubled might, through each vain passive form constrain her flight, but when her native shape renamed she stands, patient of conquest and your cause demands. The cause that urged the bold attempt declare, and soothe the vanquished with a victor's prayer. The bands released make the clairvoyant say what relic intercepts the augmented way. The voice ceased, and bounding from the shelfy shore, round the fractal mouth the waves resounding roar.
Tissue correlates just so, your choices of figures, topography, with every fiber in us, every cell. To assume like liquid cytoplasma of any shape, you mark it, test its merit, your possession. On a side, you grow the virgin mitosis, transforming, starting to speak, shriek a sharpened projection, reclothe it in your syllables, wrestling down through layers of osmotic pressure, squeezing your breath. We, who did not give up, refused to swim on the current of human spines, our nights to spinning, interweaving of fibers, we seamstresses are now singing on the fractals of histories. How exceptional to take on a female skeleton, a meme gone viral, alive as a sea nymph, sustained by a professor of life, spreading an ovulatory epithel, a caustic mimicry driving cells frantic, making over their algorithms, xeroxing, mutating, swimming in blood, to mime like a robot, a growing microcosm in the kaleidoscope of microcosms, fractal ornament of colonies. Untouchable serpent, a motor coil, a punched card with a key to the inscriptions. Dream is like a sea creature that always keeps spinning. Straight to the shape of a stone, a ball, no, mainly to her shape that is always becoming. No, be assured, my ardent sisters, magma is where we are bound.
Mitotic anabase. In the Maricel matrix, anatomy magnifies into antinomixomatics. Meathesis, mitosis multiplies chromosomes into genes, rambling gangliogangs, vocally polypodial movement of parataxis. X and Y and X and Y and X and Y and X and Y and X and ipsilix. Executes reflexive axes, taxidermics, mythoconstructive illness diagnosis. X and 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 X X times me. Xenoprotex, reproduction process, homogenization, protophase geysers, mitosis geysers. X and Y and 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 X and Y and
phase, protuberance and gestation phase, proverbial phase of substance preoccupation, provisional granulation phase, protrusion of chromosomes phase, projective reprographic duction phase, process of spiralizing and condensation, proletary dancing distaff phase,
profuse endless loops phase, prolonged coils of diverse universes phase, proto-mixture phase, phaeocentrism phase, protophea and nebulae percolation phase, radioactive half-life and membrane splinters fallout phase, prompted splitting phase, north-south plus minus, promising magnetic centriole, perpetual spindle apparatus, protocamera phase, team temporality, metaphase, paste potential key system, paste chromosome weir, paste through central ocean,
postulate emancystate, postulate oblong disparate, postulate skeleton fractions,
possess unitric unition, possess real assurance, possess extract infusion,
post-playhate essence, post-mead rupture, post-nonconformity market,
post-metric commemoration, post-positions, anaphase, fanatic, fragment,
fermentation,
radiational,
pseudopodia,
modus,
domination,
locomotive,
colonization,
extensive,
panopticum,
demonic,
puritus,
delocalized,
eros,
turbulary,
nucleus,
rotational,
ermater,
percolating,
collisions,
microtubulary,
intrachea,
scattered,
chrome,
stretch,
filament,
atomized,
anabase,
at,
winnowed,
sisters,
dispersed,
at,
karyotype,
caretakers,
andro,
gifted,
low,
budget,
anastrophe,
catastrophe,
paratactic,
chains, telophase,
telomorphing desire, spiral unzooming,
sphinx, desiccation, nuclear membrane, creation,
nuclear development, destruction of the inborns,
two structures,
cytokinesis, central contraction, cleavage furrow, By thinking, we have become within us. It has come to an eternal return of beginners, beginnings.
We are parthenogenetically pregnant.
An amoeba yet sexual, throbbing with potential organisms, orgasmatic, always collaborating, co-living, co-brimming.
We are the myth, the matter of eternal recurrence, of internal reoptioning, cooperations.
Endlessly proto-scientific, minute changelings of global inceptions, recipients of omnipresence.
Fractal streams of databases, we determine your future fate. We carry you and will you, and carried by us you flow. A peaceful fractal of war, a warring machine of piecemeal homophony without coordinates, or categories, or taxonomies, but yourself a coordinate, a category, a taxonomy.
A total division, diversion, diversity, versatility, overfluid to your stigmata. Pseudopoids, proteins, proteans. Pray to us, if you will, precious reader, but it is up to you to answer yourself as we announce you terminally.